What up, you little shits? Annie tier, guild forever. Now that I got the cursing out of the way, let's get right into Eden Zero chapters 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. These were definitely good chapters, but honestly, what stood out to me the most apart from these chapters is the ninja motherfudger. Like, he was pretty cool. Like, and then ninja, I don't know, I got a huge Naruto vibes when I was seeing that guy in action. He was cool. He's possibly one of like the coolest looking characters I've seen so far, design wise. And yo, he's a cyborg. He's 60% robot and 40% human. I wonder what's probably the human parts in him is like his organs and whatnot. His brain is probably human. His heart is human. His lungs maybe. And who knows about his stomach, but that's probably it. Everything else is probably mechanical, like a rough mechanical shell, and inside is human cavity and stuff like that. This I'm When I saw him, I don't know why. I have no idea why, but he gave me a Acnologia vibe. His face kind of, the way he acted, the way he covered himself, it just gave me a huge Acnologia vibe. And I wonder, is this guy going to be Shiki's rival? Now, one could say, isn't Wise is no rival to Shiki. He's just a thieving little shit. That's all he is. He literally reminds me of Musica from Rave Master. He gives me massive Rave Master Musica vibes. Because I think Musica was a thief. And he's a skirt chaser also, if I remember correctly. Musica was a huge skirt chaser. I mean, I can see him maybe being the Gray of this series, but I don't know. For me, I prefer Gray as a character than Wise. I'm not a huge fan of Wise. Like, okay, no, maybe that's not the right way of coming off from it. I don't hate him, but I don't care for him, if that makes sense. But whatchamacallit, I also wanted to say there's been a huge amount of new Ether Gear users in like the span few chapters. How many Ether Gear users have we gotten? We gotten like 2 new Ether Gear users in the span of 5 chapters. It's looked like it's becoming a common thing now, which I kind of don't want it to be, because that's like saying, because like in Fairy Tail, Dragon Slayers were like, to me that's how I see it. I see Ether Gear as like a different concept of dragon slaying magic, and dragon slaying magic was considered a rare thing. Yes, we've seen different generation slayers throughout the series, but the main few were always considered unique. And these people pretty much have the same type of magic, mech magic, I guess you can say, just with, I'm guessing, different attributes involved. It's not a huge gripe. It's like a minor little nitpick, because once again, I don't want everyone to have Ether Gear like power. We have Shiki. We have Wise. I don't know why I was about to call him Musica. He reminds me that much of Musica that I almost called him it. And which is fine, because Wise is pretty much the Gray of the series. That's pretty much what he is. Do I think he's better than Gray? Of course not. Gray is a much better character than him, in my honest opinion. But whatchamacallit. But yeah, I don't want it to become such a common thing though, because once again, we have Shiki, Wise, Jin, and now this girl. What was her name again? I don't know, but she's kind of. Hold up. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. She thick. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, you get the point. But yeah, those were damn awesome chapters. What else is on my mind? Oh yeah, so now they're on their new temporary objective. Obviously, their huge goal is to go find Mother in the Sakura Cosmos, and then, like, that's their grand goal. Their temporary current goal is to find the 4 shining stars. We have one of them, which is the witch. I think that's her name. Pretty sure that's her name. And then the other 2. And I remember when that one girl, forgot her name, went on board the Eden Zero ship, witch, when she saw her ether gear, the witch said, like, she couldn't be. Now, the what I thought immediately is that she was a shining star, one of the 4. But then again, I don't think she was. Because if she was a shining star, Witch would have recognized her right away and would have told Shiki downright right then and there. So she's definitely not a shining star. That's for sure. But she may know her somehow. Probably affiliated with some of the people that Ziggy, Grandpa, was affiliated with in his time. I'm not exactly sure, but I know there's some affiliation there. One of my mods, known as Doodle, she mentioned that I would dislike a character somewhere here in these chapters. I'm assuming you meant the motherfudger that's sitting on women like they're tools and objects. If that's the case, I'm right there with you. F this creep. If you're talking about Jin, I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I don't sympathize. I like Jin. He's sick. He's cool. I like him. Like Shiki said, ninjas are awesome. But overall, the thing is that sucks is we didn't get to see the Guildmaster. But here's the thing. I think the Guildmaster may have been captive on board, but if she was, no, that makes no sense. Maybe the Guildmaster was injured and went somewhere else, or maybe the Guildmaster secretly sold her out. Because the reason why I'm starting to think that the Guildmaster wasn't there is because, how can I say this? Maybe she wasn't there. I'm calling her a she. Okay, look, maybe the Guildmaster wasn't there because the Guildmaster could have been a woman and could have been abducted. That was my initial thought why we didn't see the Guildmaster this entire time. But it could have been that the Guildmaster just sold off Rebecca. Because immediately after she went in to see the Guildmaster, which I'm positive was not a coincidence, she got knocked the F out. And then, as well as Happy, and then took him. That was not a coincidence. That had to have been planned. So, I'm not sure if the Guildmaster is secretly sold her off, or if the Guildmaster happens to be a woman and got kidnapped also. I don't know, but I'm going with the initial thought in that the Guildmaster sold off Rebecca, like she set her up, because that meeting couldn't have been a coincidence. The bastards knew to go there, get Rebecca, and kidnapped her. They knew everything was too perfectly timed for that to have been a coincidence. So I'm pretty 100% sure that was not a coincidence. So as for where the Guildmaster is right now, I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know who the Guildmaster is. What I'm concerned about is that this entire series having a shit ton of Ether Gear users. Now, the reason why that concerns me is because I don't want Ether Gear. It would feel so less special if there's people spamming Ether Gear left and right. Yes, I know each person has their own unique Ether Gear, but to me, I saw Ether Gear as this kind of, because it's even said that it's lost magic from the Dark Ages. So when I heard of that, it made me think of Dragon Slayer magic. Because once again, Dragon Slayer magic is an ancient magic from 400 years ago. There's very little to no other Dragon Slayers. The only other Dragon Slayers that we know is that are different generation. I think Loxus and Cobra are second generation Dragon Slayers because of the lacrima inside of them. But yeah, when I'm talking about Dragon Slayer, I'm talking about the main ones like Rogue, Sting, Natsu, Gajeel, Wendy. Yeah, those. because once again, they're the originals. They learn directly from the dragons. So that's what I envision Shiki's ether gear, because he learned and studied it directly from the source itself. So I don't want like a massive amount of characters swarming with ether gear. Now I'm not saying other people can't have like lost magic, mech magic, or unique high OP magic skills. I'm not saying that. It's just I want them to be unique. Because if you just spam ether gear left and right, the power becomes less special. You know what I mean? It'd be better if it's limited to a few amount. Like if I see one or two more, whatever, F it. But if I see like 20 more ether gear users, then once again the power becomes less special. Like I can't stretch that enough. To me, Shiki and Wise should have been the last ones. Or who knows? Maybe this is going to like a Dragon Slayer-ish route to where this girl, Shiki, Wise, Jin, and now we're only going to get 2 more others that have ether gear powers. And from there, that's it. So it's going to be like that. Like, and they're going to be like the only few people with ether gear. It's going to be like a small little group of people. If that's the case, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to see dozens of people spamming ether gear powers, because then the power is not special anymore, if that makes sense. I mean, what about you guys? Do you care whether you see a lot of people with ether gear powers or not? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, let's get into the questions. Question 1. Oh yeah, last thing I want to say. I do not agree with the ship granting non-ether gear users ether gear powers just by swimming in a freaking tub. I do not agree with that. That is dumb, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying I hate the show for that, so don't start attacking me in the comment section. I'm just saying I don't want ether gear to be something that's learned as easy as just bathing in a shower. You know what I mean? It's a very rare power, in my opinion. I don't want it to be less special with more people using it. Anyway, let's just get into the question. I went off topic. Question 1. Question 1. Trying to think. Okay, if you were the only human in a squad of 5 and 4 others are nothing but androids, which would you have the 4 other androids be included in your group? Tell me who and explain to me why. Question 2. If you were to have ether gear powers, what would it be, and describe it to me? But the condition is they cannot be from what is already shown. Let me know in the comment section below. Alright then guys, that's it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, sub if you haven't already. Really motivates me to put more content out there for you guys as my guildmates. And I'll see you guys in the next video. By the way, I came up with a new sign off. Peace. Get it? Get it, Grand Chariot? Okay, I'm done. Peace.